The repair station hummed with quiet machinery as Juno Park adjusted his worn welding gloves. Asteroid Belt Station Delta 9 wasn't known for excitement, but today was different. A strange energy flickered through the maintenance bay, something that made the seasoned mechanic's hands tingle with anticipation. Outside the reinforced viewport, a damaged spacecraft drifted closer. Its hull looked like it had been through a meteor storm, with deep scoring and irregular patches of emergency sealant. Most mechanics would have ignored the incoming vessel, but Juno wasn't most mechanics. The ship's navigation lights blinked erratically, signaling distress. Its movement was unsteady, like a wounded animal limping towards safety. As it approached the docking bay, Juno could see the intricate alien design, curves and geometric patterns that defied standard human engineering principles. Proximity alarms started blaring. The ship's automatic docking sequence was failing. Without hesitation, Juno grabbed his emergency control tablet and initiated manual override. His fingers moved quickly, inputting complex navigation codes that would stabilize the incoming vessel. Metal groaned against metal as the spacecraft connected with the station's docking mechanism. Something was wrong. The standard connection protocols weren't engaging smoothly. Juno frowned, knowing this wasn't a typical repair job. He activated the airlock's external scanning systems. Biosigns were weak but present. One life form, critically injured. The ship's internal systems were barely functional, operating at less than 12% capacity. Juno grabbed his emergency medical kit and pressurized repair suit. Whatever was inside that ship needed help fast. The airlock hissed open. A faint alien figure lay crumpled near the ship's control console. Pale lavender skin, almost translucent, covered a slender frame. The being looked fragile, almost breakable. Juno approached carefully, his medical scanner already assessing the patient's condition. Female. Definitely not human. Physiological markers suggested she belonged to an advanced spacefaring species. Multiple internal injuries. Significant radiation exposure. Severe quantum drive malfunction. Hold on, Juno muttered, carefully moving her onto a medical transport board. Her breathing was shallow, each breath a struggle against whatever damage she had sustained during her journey. The ship itself was a marvel of engineering. Even in its damaged state, Juno could see technological components far beyond current human capabilities. Quantum entanglement drives. Molecular reconfiguration systems. Advanced navigation algorithms that made Earth's best technology look like children's toys. As he prepared emergency medical treatment, Juno noticed something curious. A small data crystal was clutched tightly in the alien's hand. Whatever mission she was on, whatever brought her to this remote asteroid belt, seemed critically important. Station protocols demanded he report the incident immediately. Standard procedure would involve quarantine, diplomatic notifications, and a complete scientific investigation. But Juno had always been different. Something about this rescue felt personal. The medical scanner continued its assessment. The alien's internal systems were shutting down. Without immediate intervention, she would die within the next 2 hours. Her body temperature was dropping, cellular degradation accelerating rapidly. Juno connected emergency stabilization systems. Specialized medical nanobots began repairing cellular damage. Her breathing became slightly more regular, but she remained unconscious. Who was she? What brought her to this remote corner of space? The questions burned in Juno's mind as he worked methodically, his hands moving with practiced efficiency. Outside the viewport, asteroid fragments drifted silently. The repair station's lights flickered, casting long shadows across the medical bay. In this moment, everything depended on one human mechanic's skill and a mysterious alien's survival. Little did Juno know that this unexpected encounter would change everything, not just for him, but potentially for the entire human species. The first step of an extraordinary journey had just begun. The medical bay hummed with soft electronic pulses. Juno watched the alien carefully, monitoring her vital signs. Her breathing had stabilized, but she remained unconscious. Strange metallic devices surrounded her body, continuously analyzing her complex biological systems. Hours passed. Juno hadn't left her side. Something about this rescue felt different from any previous encounter he'd experienced. The medical scanners displayed intricate data streams, biological patterns completely alien to human understanding. Suddenly, her eyes opened. They were not like human eyes, deep silver with small flecks of electric blue. She looked directly at Juno, no fear, just pure calculation. "Where am I?" she spoke. Not in her native language, but perfect standard galactic communication protocol. Juno stepped back, surprised by her immediate awareness. "Asteroid Belt Station Delta 9. You were severely injured." "I'm Juno Park, the station's lead mechanic." She examined her body, touching various points where medical nanobots had repaired critical damage. Her movements were precise, almost mechanical. "I am Aaron, navigation specialist from Krell's Central Research Division." Her uniform, though torn and damaged, suggested high-level technological clearance. Small insignias indicated advanced scientific ranking. Juno recognized enough to understand she wasn't just another space traveler. "Your ship is badly damaged," Juno mentioned, sliding diagnostic screens toward her. "Quantum drive systems are completely compromised." Aaron's expression changed. Something between frustration and professional concern crossed her face. "My mission parameters are now critically endangered." Juno raised an eyebrow. "Mission?" She hesitated, then made a calculated decision. "Diplomatic communication prevention. An emerging conflict between three major galactic systems requires specialized intervention." The medical base suddenly felt smaller. Juno realized this wasn't just a random rescue, this was something much larger. "How did you survive?" Aaron asked, her silver eyes scanning Juno's face. "Standard human medical technology should not have been capable of stabilizing my condition." Juno shrugged. "I'm not standard." A hint of something, respect, perhaps curiosity, flickered in her expression. She accessed a small communication device hidden within her torn uniform. Multiple holographic screens appeared, displaying complex mathematical equations and star charts. "Your repair capabilities are unexpected," she said, reviewing the medical scan data. "Most human mechanics would have abandoned my vessel." Juno understood the underlying meaning. Humans were often viewed as primitive by advanced space-traveling civilizations. They were the newcomers, the technological babies in a vast, complex galactic community. "My ship carried critical information," Aaron continued. "Its destruction would compromise multiple planetary negotiations." The medical nanobots continued their work, reconstructing damaged cellular structures. Juno watched them move with fascinating precision, bridging biological gaps with microscopic efficiency. "Can you repair my vessel?" Aaron asked directly. It wasn't a question. It was a professional assessment. Juno smiled. "I can repair anything." Her silver eyes studied him. No emotion, just pure analytical observation. In that moment, something shifted. This wasn't just a rescue. This was a potential first step in something much larger. Outside the medical bay, asteroid fragments drifted silently. The station's systems continued their quiet mechanical rhythm. But inside this small room, two beings from completely different worlds had just begun an unexpected journey. Aaron's communication device blinked. Encrypted messages scrolled rapidly across its surface. Whatever diplomatic mission she was on, whatever brought her to this remote asteroid belt, remained a mystery. But one thing was certain: Juno Park had just become part of something far beyond a simple spacecraft repair. The first contact had been made. Juno's workshop looked like a chaotic blend of human and alien technology. Scattered across multiple workstations were components from Aaron's damaged spacecraft, each piece a complex puzzle waiting to be solved. Specialized tools gleamed under bright industrial lights, some borrowed from human engineering, others gifted by Aaron from her advanced technological collection. The quantum drive lay disassembled, its intricate circuits looking more like delicate artwork than mechanical components. Most engineers would have declared the system beyond repair. But Juno saw potential where others saw destruction. "You will need to realign the molecular resonance chambers," Aaron explained, watching his hands move with surprising precision. Her voice carried a mixture of professional detachment and growing curiosity. Juno didn't respond immediately. His fingers moved carefully, connecting microscopic energy conduits that seemed to defy standard physical laws. Each connection was a calculated risk, combining human practical engineering with alien theoretical design. Hours turned into days. The repair station's normal operations continued around them, but this small workshop had become something else entirely. A place where two technological cultures were slowly understanding each other. Aaron observed everything. Human mechanics worked differently from her species. Where Krell engineers followed strict computational models, Juno seemed to work with an intuitive understanding that defied traditional algorithmic approaches. "Your method is inefficient," she commented one afternoon, watching him reconstruct a complex energy transfer module. Juno simply smiled. Sometimes inefficiency creates innovation. The quantum drive's core began taking shape. What once looked like a destroyed technological marvel was slowly becoming functional again. Juno used a combination of alien schematics and his own creative problem-solving techniques. Specialized welding tools created microscopic connections. Quantum entanglement relays were carefully realigned. Energy transfer systems that had been completely shattered were methodically reconstructed. "How are you doing this?" Aaron asked one evening, genuine surprise breaking through her professional demeanor. Juno held up a modified human circuit board, now integrated with alien molecular technology. "Adaptation," he responded simply. The workshop became a testament to cross-species collaboration. Human practical skills meeting alien theoretical design. Each day brought new challenges, each challenge a potential breakthrough. Aaron's initial skepticism slowly transformed into something else. Respect. Curiosity. A growing recognition that humans possessed capabilities far beyond what her species had initially believed. The quantum drive's reconstruction wasn't just about repairing a spacecraft. It represented something much larger, a potential bridge between different technological civilizations. Computational screens displayed complex diagnostic data. Energy flow measurements. Molecular alignment charts. To an untrained eye, it would look like meaningless technical information. But to Juno and Aaron, it represented a complex dance of technological understanding. "Another system failure," Aaron would point out. "Not a failure," Juno would respond. "Just another opportunity to solve a problem." Their working relationship developed its own rhythm. Professional. Precise. Yet slowly building something that felt almost like understanding. The repair station continued its quiet operations. Asteroid fragments drifted outside massive reinforced windows. But inside this small workshop, something extraordinary was happening. A human mechanic was recreating an alien spacecraft's most complex system. Not through advanced technology alone, but through creativity, patience, and an unwavering belief that every problem has a solution. As another stellar cycle completed, the quantum drive's core began to hum. Soft blue energy pulsed through its reconstructed systems. What was once destroyed was now finding new life. Juno stepped back, wiping sweat from his forehead. Aaron's silver eyes reflected something close to amazement. "It's working," she whispered. The quantum drive responded with a soft, powerful pulse of energy. Confirmation. Restoration. Hope of the repair station's communication hub crackled with encrypted signals. Juno noticed Aaron becoming increasingly tense, her silver eyes scanning multiple holographic screens simultaneously. Something significant was happening, and he could feel the shift in atmosphere. "My mission was never just a simple diplomatic journey," Aaron suddenly announced, breaking hours of concentrated silence. Juno looked up from his final quantum drive calibrations. Her tone carried weight, suggesting information far beyond standard communication protocols. 3 galactic systems are on the brink of total war, she explained, projecting complex star charts. Millions of planetary populations could be eliminated within standard solar cycles. The holographic display showed intricate political boundaries. Red zones indicated potential conflict regions. Blue lines represented diplomatic communication channels, most of which were now critically damaged. Erin's data crystal, which Juno had carefully preserved during her medical treatment, contained information that could potentially prevent massive interstellar conflict. Her spacecraft wasn't just a random vessel, it was a critical communication platform. The Krell Diplomatic Corps selected me for a specific reason, she continued. My ability to navigate complex mathematical communication models makes me unique. Juno realized the rescue wasn't coincidental. Her arrival at this remote asteroid station seemed almost orchestrated. Computational screens displayed multiple scenario projections. Each showed potential conflict outcomes, with statistical probability markers indicating catastrophic population losses. Entire civilizations hung in delicate balance. Without the data in my ship's core systems, negotiation channels will collapse, Erin said matter-of-factly. Your repair work didn't just save a spacecraft. You potentially saved millions of lives. The weight of her statement hung in the air. Juno understood now why her mission was so critical. This wasn't just about technology or diplomacy. This was about preventing widespread destruction. Her communication device began receiving high-priority encrypted transmissions. Complex mathematical sequences scrolled rapidly, indicating urgent diplomatic communications. Something big was happening, and Juno was now inadvertently part of it. My people have a specific cultural protocol, Erin explained. When someone saves a life carrying critical mission parameters, a significant reward must be provided. Juno raised an eyebrow. Alien reward systems were notoriously complex and often misunderstood by human standards. The quantum drive hummed softly in the background, a testament to Juno's extraordinary repair skills. What seemed like a random rescue was transforming into something much larger, a potential turning point in human-alien interactions. Erin's silver eyes studied Juno carefully. No longer just a patient or a mission objective. Now, something closer to a professional colleague. Perhaps even a potential ally. The diplomatic conflict involves resource distribution across 3 major galactic territories, she continued. Mathematical communication models are critical in preventing escalation. Juno realized the extraordinary nature of the moment. A human mechanic from a small asteroid repair station was now directly connected to a potential galactic peace process. Holographic screens continued displaying complex political scenarios. Red zones slowly transformed as communication channels were mathematically reconstructed. Juno's repair work was doing more than fixing a spacecraft, it was potentially reshaping entire interstellar political landscapes. Your species is more capable than most galactic civilizations recognize, Erin stated. A compliment, delivered with clinical precision. The repair station's systems continued their quiet operations. Outside, asteroid fragments drifted silently. But inside this small workshop, something extraordinary was unfolding. A life debt. A potential galactic peace process. And one human mechanic who refused to see anything as truly impossible. Juno smiled. Some days, unexpected adventures began with a simple decision to help someone in need. The communication arrived 3 standard solar cycles after Erin's full recovery. An official holographic transmission from the Interstellar Mechanical Engineering Guild, an organization so prestigious that most humans considered it nothing more than a distant legend. Juno stared at the shimmering document, his hands slightly trembling. The invitation wasn't just an ordinary recommendation. It was a complete sponsorship that would transform his entire career trajectory. You have been selected, the holographic representative announced, based on extraordinary technical intervention and cross-species problem-solving capabilities. The Guild's emblem represented something more than just a professional organization. It was a symbol of technological excellence recognized across multiple galactic civilizations. Membership meant access to advanced training, cutting-edge research facilities, and technologies beyond human imagination. Erin stood nearby, her silver eyes reflecting a subtle hint of satisfaction. Her diplomatic recommendation had carried significant weight. What began as a simple spacecraft repair had become a gateway to something much larger. Your repair of my quantum drive system demonstrated capabilities that surpass standard technological expectations, she explained. The Guild has been monitoring your work for some time. The sponsorship included comprehensive training programs, advanced quantum engineering courses, molecular reconstruction workshops, access to technological archives that most human scientists could only dream about. Juno's small asteroid repair station suddenly felt different. No longer just a remote maintenance facility, but a potential launching point for something extraordinary. His practical skills and intuitive problem-solving had caught the attention of civilizations far beyond human understanding. The holographic transmission continued detailing his new opportunities. Research positions on multiple scientific stations. Technical consultancy roles across different spacefaring civilizations. Collaborative projects that would push the boundaries of current technological understanding. Your species has potential, the Guild representative stated. Most civilizations overlooked human capabilities. We now recognize your innovative approach. Juno understood the underlying message. Humans were no longer seen as technological newcomers. They were potential partners in complex galactic developments. Erin's communication device blinked with additional encrypted messages. Her diplomatic mission had been successfully completed, largely due to Juno's extraordinary repair work. The mathematical communication models he helped reconstruct had prevented multiple potential conflict zones. A life debt requires significant compensation, she reminded him. This is how my people ensure balance and respect. The sponsorship wasn't just a professional opportunity. It represented a broader recognition of human potential. Where other civilizations saw limitations, the Guild saw innovation. Where others saw primitive technology, they recognized adaptability. Juno's hands, which had once worked on simple asteroid station repairs, would now touch technologies that most humans couldn't even conceptualize. Quantum engineering systems. Molecular reconstruction technologies. Advanced computational models that redefine scientific understanding. Outside the repair station's massive viewport, asteroid fragments continued their silent dance. But inside this small room, something extraordinary was happening. A human mechanic was being welcomed into a galactic scientific community. The holographic transmission concluded with a formal invitation. Juno Park was now more than just a mechanic. He was a potential bridge between human innovation and galactic technological understanding. Erin placed a small data crystal into his hand. Additional resources, she said simply. To help you understand the responsibilities that come with this opportunity. Juno looked at the crystal, then back at Erin. Their unexpected encounter had transformed from a simple rescue into something much larger. A testament to what could happen when different species approached each other with curiosity, respect, and open minds. The repair station's systems continued their quiet hum. But everything had changed. One human. One alien spacecraft. And an unexpected journey that would reshape technological understanding across multiple civilizations.